Meanwhile, the Maha Gathbandhan in Bihar, comprising the RJD, Congress party and left parties, has yet to officially announce its chief ministerial candidate for the upcoming assembly elections. They could be doing this tomorrow is what we understand, but will it happen or not remains a big question. But why is this important? So while RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav has declared himself as the alliance's chief ministerial face, Congress and other partners have remained cautious, partly due to ongoing seat-sharing negotiations and also for the need to maintain coalition unity. This reluctance showed that there could be internal differences that's playing over leadership, strategy because they also want to widen their pool of voters, and also the dilemma as to how will the alliance balance the interest of multiple parties within the alliance. Now we understand that the MJB is trying to get its act together, but is it too late? It will be holding a joint press conference tomorrow is what we understand, and they could be putting up a united face because in politics, perception is everything. But this indecision, could it impact MJB's electoral prospects? Voters may perceive this alliance as lacking a clear leadership plan, which could reduce confidence in its ability to govern effectively. Now, the Maha Gathbandhan is in turn saying that what happens at the top is not important, what's happening on the ground is all that matters. So will the Grand Alliance's delay in naming a CM face hurt its credibility amongst voters? That's what we discuss in the course of the next few minutes. We will be joined by, but first here are some reactions.
बिहार में इंडिया गवर्नमेंट की सरकार बनी, जनता चाहती है कि इंडिया गवर्नमेंट की सरकार बने कि हर परिस्थिति में हमें राहुल गांधी जी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ने की जरूरत है। एक तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी का चेहरा है और एक तरफ राहुल गांधी का चेहरा। नीतीश कुमार जी भी मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे नहीं है और मेरे ख्याल से हमारे तरफ से भी कोई मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा नहीं होगा, नहीं रहना चाहिए।
ये फ्रेंडली फाइट कही जाएगी महागठबंधन की 12 सीटों पर।
आपने समझे वो पता नहीं कितना रहेगा। जो कल शाम तक का वक्त है, मेरे ख्याल 243 सीटें हैं, उसमें 5 सीटों पर कार्यकर्ता भी उत्साह में होते हैं, लोकल परिस्थिति होती है और फ्रेंडली फाइट अगर माना जाता है तो कई राज्यों में जहाँ अलायंस हुए हैं वहाँ ये संभावना होती है, वो इसको बहुत बड़े रूप में देखने होता है।
इतना यहाँ पे गठबंधन में बवाल चल रहा है, क्या ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी दो बड़े घटक दलों की नहीं थी? क्या ये राहुल जी और नेता प्रतिपक्ष बिहार में तेजस्वी, इन दोनों की ये नैतिक जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी कि दोनों एक साथ बैठें और गठबंधन में जितने भी बॉटल नेक्स हैं उसको क्लियर किया जाए? ये तो शरीर से दिखाता है कि शायद कांग्रेस सीरियस ही नहीं है बिहार के चुनाव को लड़ने को लेकर, और ये हो भी सकता है। हकीकत है 14 नवंबर के बाद बिहार में सिर्फ और सिर्फ एनडीए की सरकार बनने जा रही है। बिहार की जनता इस बात को समझ गई है कि जो गठबंधन में 5-6 घटक दलों को एक साथ नहीं रख सकते, वो बिहार की 14 करोड़ जनता को कभी एक साथ नहीं रख पाएंगे।
Now, there are around 13 seats where a friendly fight is going to take place, and that also has led to fissures amongst the alliance. Now, friendly fights in Bihar is not unusual. It has happened several times, but this time it's going to happen in 13 seats, which is a reasonable number, which is a significant number considering that the scale of victory margins have been tighter in the last few years. Now, how important is a clear CM face in influencing voter decisions in Bihar? Well, that's important because in the last many years, Nitish Kumar has been the Chief Minister of Bihar since 2005. So clearly there is an assumption that voters of Bihar need a CM's face to be able to vote more confidently. And could Congress party and other allies insist on a different CM face? Well, that doesn't look possible because there have been Congress leaders such as Akhilesh Prasad Singh who have openly talked about Tejashwi Yadav's role as the CM, but it has not really come from any national leader, which is why there have been questions that have been asked of the Congress party as to why it is so reluctant to announce a CM's face. Remember that the Congress party's PCC president Rajesh Ram comes from the Dalit community, and there is a sense that the Congress party also wants to widen its voter base. It did go with Bhupendra Hooda in Haryana, and there is an assumption in the Congress party that by acknowledging or by announcing a CM face from a certain community, it also risks alienating other communities and also leads to consolidation of other communities against that one influential community. And that's perhaps why the Congress party is taking its own time. But tomorrow is when there's going to be a joint press conference, is what we understand. Tejashwi Yadav has declared himself as the CM face. This happened on the last day of the Vote Adhikar Yatra that Rahul Gandhi undertook in Bihar a few weeks ago. It was not Rahul Gandhi, but it was Tejashwi Yadav who himself talked about him being the CM face. Is the Congress party divided over naming Tejashwi Yadav? Well, that could be one of those decisions. Rahul Gandhi could be in some ways advised to not really rush into naming Tejashwi Yadav. But yes, the nomination date has ended for the first phase. So clearly this is time to control the damage that it has caused. Congress has also rushed Ashok Gehlot, former Chief Minister of Rajasthan, to talk to Lalu Prasad Yadav and Tejashwi Yadav. That meeting happened today, and this is to sort out issues. Tejashwi Yadav made an important statement today that all issues will be sorted out by tomorrow. Gehlot has met not just Tejashwi Yadav, but he's also had a meeting with Lalu Prasad Yadav. And while Papu Yadav has spoken against naming the CM face, there have been other voices within the alliance which have talked about this. And the Maha Gathbandhan's joint press conference is going to be held tomorrow. But we have Suraj Mandal of the Congress party joining us. Suraj Mandal, thank you so much for joining us. Suraj Mandal, how do you look at the press conference that's going to happen tomorrow? Because there's a lot of anticipation, there's a lot of curiosity over what is going to be announced. Will the Congress party, the national leadership, finally announce Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face? And if yes, why was it not done all these days?
You're right, ma'am. The nation, in fact, the whole of Bihar is waiting for this much-awaited press conference in which both the leaders of Rashtriya Janata Dal and Congress Party and other alliance partners would be attending it tomorrow. While the question of naming the CM face, in most of the debates, most of the spokespersons of the Congress were very clear on it. There was no, sort of confusion, because in the Maha Gathbandhan, the Rashtriya Janata Dal is the party which is contesting most of the seats and hoping that we win or rather sweep the elections. The party which will have most of the MLAs will name its leader as the chief minister. So there was no confusion, in the whole of the Maha Gathbandhan in just naming, but there were other things which were very important.
The Congress party was the weakest link last time, Mr. Mandal. It won just about 19 seats. For the so many seats it contested. As a junior partner, shouldn't the Congress party have given that kind of space to the RJD? Why did the Congress party insist on playing a role that shows itself as an equal partner in this alliance when it's not?
You're right, ma'am. The whole of the situation has come in the eyes, or rather under the supervision of Sri Rahul Gandhi now. It was a very good start which we had with Voter Adhikar Yatra. And the kind of chemistry and the between the leaders of the Mahagathbandhan was seen all throughout the Yatra, in which they were on the forefront. They were addressing, in fact, our two leaders were even riding the motorcycles, and that caused much heartburn in the other side. And the people, since I was also a part of the Yatra at some places, I saw the kind of response it evoked. There was no planned or the paid for people coming in. It was all spontaneous. People were rather.
Mr. Mandal, but Tejashwi Yadav had to do a separate yatra after that, and there's been quite a bit of silence from Rahul Gandhi's side, which made us wonder if the campaign really peaked too early. RP Singh of the BJP also joins us. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. Why is the NDA exploiting this indecision or reluctance among...
Vasudha ma'am, can I complete my...
Yes, sir.
You were asking about... when the Voter Adhikar Yatra ended in Patna, there was since we were not permitted to have a rally in the Gandhi Maidan, it was a show on the road in near the Dak Bangla Chowk of Patna. And there it was said that since Rahul Gandhi will be busy in other, sort of programs, Shri Tejashwi Yadav will be leading a yatra on his own, in
Sir,
which
on the last day,
there
it
will
was
be
Tejashwi Yadav who
other
himself
issues.
had to do this
So,
for himself, which, okay, let me
No,
get a
it was
response from RP Singh. Mr. Mandal, I'll come back to you. Mr. RP Singh, why is the NDA trying to exploit this reluctance or indecision amongst Maha Gathbandhan allies to declare a CM phase? Because I remember the BJP also has not really, collective leadership is what you say in several states, including Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, every state. So it's okay for alliances or parties to not announce a CM phase, isn't it?
Well, issue is not of the CM phase. Issue is, do they have a clear policy what they are going to go ahead with? I mean, as a Maha Gathbandhan, not Gathbandhan, Maha Gathbandhan, do they have a clear policy? And do they have a leadership clarity of who is going to lead the campaign in Bihar? Who is going to be the leader in Bihar? Is it going to be Tejashwi Yadav or not? I mean, we don't hear anything from the Congress party till now that yes, Tejashwi will be our CM face or Tejashwi will be our campaign head in Bihar. But that point aside, let me just name few streets: Vaishali, Kahalgaon, Sikandra, Varsili Ganj, Sultanganj. There are almost 15 such seats where there are candidates contesting against each other. 15. And then there are Congress versus RJD, there is left versus Congress, there is VIP versus Congress. I mean, there's a lot of confusion there. So what do you expect people to conclude?
Okay.
And how do you expect people to...
Let me ask the RJD spokesperson now. Kanchana Yadav joins us now.
Can I have another 5 seconds? Can I have the 5 seconds?
Yes, sir.
So, even the press conferences are being held only by Tejashwi Yadav. We don't see any Congress leader. Do you say Rahul Gandhi? Rahul Gandhi is not in the campaign.
Okay.
Forget him, he's more busy with his foreign sojourn. But what about the Congress leadership in state? Where is the Congress leadership in the state? Are they seen in the state?
That is a very important point, Dr. Yadav. The lack of consensus, the lack of announcement. Yes. How do you look at?
Can I respond to this?
Kanchana Yadav, how would you Mr. Mandal, I'll come back to you in just a bit. But Kanchana Yadav, the fact that Tejashwi Yadav has not still been announced as the CM face and it's less than a month for the polls to take place, in fact, very few days remain. Do you think that finally there's some attempt to control damage, but do you think that it's too late now?
Such a thing that there is no confusion and the question about who will be the CM face in India Alliance, because in 2020 Tejashwi ji was the CM face, in 2025 he is the CM face, and the fact that he cannot himself separate from this very fact, because he is the people's first and the last choice. And as far as the Congress is concerned, like you said, you mentioned that the Congress is not announcing, and Congress is not saying that he will be not our CM face. They are not saying this fact also. But thing is, the problem is we are holding, we have sorted out every issue, every problem which we were having, and we are holding press conference by tomorrow. But my question is, has NDA held any joint press conference yet? Unka chief minister kaun hai? Nitish Kumar, because Amit Shah ji said our chief minister candidate will be decided later when election will be like the election एक बार खत्म हो जाएगा. Do the same thing for the prime minister as well. Like prime minister candidate will be decided after the election, after parliamentary board.
RP Singh, respond to that, sir. RP Singh.
Well, let me tell you the fact. Fact is, there's an arm twisting which Congress is doing with the RJD, and they are holding it till tomorrow because they want more seats, which is so-called friendly fight seats, more seats to be given to the Congress party, and then they probably will give support to the CM face of the Mr. Tejashwi Yadav. Till that time, they are holding it, and then they will hold it. There's an arm twisting which is happening. Suraj, hold on, sir. I never interrupted you once. सूरज होल्ड ऑन, हैव अ लॉन्ग ब्रेक, पानी पियो थोड़ा सा दोस्त. मैंने टोका आपको एक बार, अब तो अच्छे दोस्त हो, मेरे 40 साल पुराने दोस्त हो, अब थोड़ा पानी पियो ना थोड़ा सा. So only thing is that they are holding it for a reason. We all know they are holding for a reason, that they want more seat, and RJD is not prepared to give them more seats because their strike rate was very poor last time. And let's talk about other issues. Who is the leader among the group? Who is the leader? Is it the Congress party who's going to lead it? Is it going to be RJD going to lead it? And also, the policies are being announced one-sided. Whatever is being announced, whatever false or whatever fake is being done, is done by one-sided by Tejashwi Yadav. He's announcing he's showing the dreams which can never be fulfilled, because the budget of the Bihar is some 3 lakh 17 3 crore 17 lakh, and he's showing dream of some 20 crore rupees.
Okay, Suraj Mandal, respond to that. Everything that Tejashwi Yadav is doing is insular and it has no participation from the Congress party. If the allies don't trust Tejashwi Yadav, how do you expect people to do the same?
No, there's no question of not trusting. And my friend, Mr. R.P. Singh had difficulty in pronouncing few names of the constituencies in Bihar. I'll tell him there's no confusion on 12 seats or something. There is just 3 or 4, which one of them which he couldn't name was Begusarai.
No.
Okay, let him finish. Mr. Singh, let him finish.
Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. And secondly, one is Bachwara in Begusarai. The other one with Lalganj, it has been almost sorted out. And there are only just 2 more seats. Naturally, the press conference, which will be held tomorrow, you will come to know that.
But secondly, sir, in a state where the victory margins have been fewer and smaller, let me get in Ajit Jha now. Mr. Mandal, let me get in Ajit Jha.
Complete.
Okay, please complete. Please finish your sentence.
One point that Mr. Singh was saying that, people are just arm twisting. Actually, the Home Minister of India, I told you yesterday also, the Home Minister of India is present in Patna, camped for 3 days, was almost holding to ransom the allied partners in NDA.
But sir, who is stopping Rahul Gandhi from doing the same? Because that's how politics is done, right? Mr. Jha, the fact that...
We have a complete trust and faith, ma'am.
Okay, but politics is all about outreach and mobilization, sir. If one party is preparing itself, I don't think that can be held against them. Ajit Jha, consulting editor with NDTV, somebody who has been tracking Bihar very closely. Mr. Jha, explain to us what could this joint press conference by the Maha Gathbandhan allies tomorrow be all about? And more importantly, does this delay in CM phase reflect a genuine problem in coalition strategy, or do you think that it's okay because people of Bihar don't really need a CM phase?
Well, let me answer the second question first. I think it is naive on the part of Tejashwi Yadav to claim that he should be the CM face. Why? Because RJD has taken 143 out of 243 seats. So obviously, when the final results of Mahagathbandhan come, and if they win, which is a big if, then if there is an election held within Mahagathbandhan, Tejashwi Yadav is bound to win. So why is he so paranoid about being named as the CM face? After all, even in the NDA, they don't have a CM face actually, although they are contesting under the leadership of Nitish Kumar. So I think this entire overemphasis on being declared the CM face is pure political naivety on the part of Tejashwi Yadav. He's a young man in a hurry. Now, let him first win the election. Obviously, he'll be the CM if Mahagathbandhan wins. The other question that you asked, tomorrow's meeting, I think, is basically because, think of the Mahagathbandhan. Before the elections were announced formally, the Mahagathbandhan had euphoria all over. The 16-day voter Adhikar rally, Tejashwi Yadav's 5-day Adhikar rally, everyone was talking about Mahagathbandhan. And look at it now. Now the entire Mahagathbandhan looks like a total confusion because they are contesting against each other. They have still not managed to, get all the partners together. The JMM is unhappy, and they have a minister in Jharkhand. So in a way, Mahagathbandhan is in total tension. You might have seen, the Congress in charge, when he returned from Delhi at the airport, was almost beaten up by his own supporters.
Right.
So, there is tension between RJD, Congress, between smaller players, between others. Now, we are not saying that there is no tension in NDA, but their tensions are over. Mahagathbandhan has to sort it out. Therefore, Ashok Gehlot has been brought by the Congress from all the way from Rajasthan because he's an excellent negotiator and they feel that he might be able to sort out the so-called friendly fights.
Okay,
Now,
closing remarks from all of you. Mr. Javeri, RP Singh, starting with you, sir. I do believe that when the Lok Sabha election results came out, a lot of us did not, feel that the BJP would have dropped. And even then, India bloc allies were in a different zone altogether. Sometimes what happens in the top is not important. What happens at the bottom is important. How would you be so sure that the NDA is winning in Bihar?
Well, because of what we have done there, what Mr. Latish Kumar has done on ground. I mean, this girl child was given a bicycle to go to school. Those girl child has grown up as voters now. The woman has been given reservation in the panchayat, 50% reservation in the panchayat, 33% or 30% in the police forces. And also the recent scheme where is going to ensure that they are going to empower the women of Bihar, and by ensuring that they get into some sort of business put together. So all this put together is going to bring us back. And also, give me a second. Also, there's a choice between corrupt gangsters and people who work on ground. I mean, there are forces who are corrupt and who lead gangsters, and then there's a forces who work on ground for people.
Okay. Dr. Yadav, Kanchana Yadav, tomorrow is when the confusion is going to end, or is it going to lead to a new sort of series of confusions?
There is no such tension for the CM phase in the Bihar in India alliance, because Rahul Gandhi is not going to become the CM phase in Bihar. Neither Rahul Gandhi or nor the Modi. Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi.
Let me ask you what Ajit pointed out. Ajit mentioned a very important point. Why is the RJD so insistent on a CM phase, on Tejashwi being named? Pehle jeet lo, uske baad dekhenge. Couldn't that approach have been better? Kanchana Yadav.
No, we are only insisting on the issues because BJP spokesperson was saying some women's work. Let me show him some data, because Bihar Economic Policy Survey data also shows that female labor force participation in Bihar is only 15.6%. What you have done in 20 years is in front of you. And second, every Jivika Didi has taken the loan, entrapped in the loan taken by 2 to 3 microfinance companies, and 3,500 women dies every day in Bihar because of the survival cancer, and 30,000 women dies in Bihar because of the breast cancer as well. So there is no such specialist hospital or doctor or the institution which can deal with such thing that you have done in 20 years.
Policies
and
matter.
that's why
Suraj,
we are
Mandal,
focusing
closing
on the
remarks
women.
from you, sir. What is your expectation for tomorrow?
Vasudha, exactly the same reasons how my friend said what has been done in recent past. 70,000 crores of bungling has been unearthed by the CAG report. And the corruption in Bihar is in such a peak that any office you go, you just cannot get any of your work done without paying the so-called, which was once called, JDU taxes. Right. And then again, he's talking about the gangsters. Who doesn't know Anand Singh? He's the greatest gangster of Bihar representing Janata Dal United. He's the face of Janata Dal United. And over there, we have also seen what kind of the candidates have been fielded again in various places.
Right.
So my just closing remark is that in spite of all
completely out of time, Ajit, 10 seconds for you, sir. Perception-wise, who do you think is ahead now?
One line, ma'am,
sir, I'm completely out of time. I have to get in Ajit here. This is an ongoing debate. Ajit, what's your response?
Well, if he's talking about gangsters, then Shahabuddin's son, Shahabuddin was the biggest gangster. So the Mahagathbandhan has provided ticket. The RJD has given ticket to him. I can go on and point out.
That's a great finishing line. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast.